welcome back to another episode on 539 Productions. So I'm thinking today we're actually going to head out into central Indiana and check out another little tiny graveyard hidden on the side of the road that's really in a lot of need of renovation and reconstruction. As y'all know, I'm trying to stay safe out there and stay as far away from other people as possible, continuing my social distancing. As you can kind of see from this video, we are way out in the middle of pretty much nothing right now. And to be honest, I've never actually been down this road, and that's kind of why I turned on it. It looked really interesting. Wow, like the train tracks are like cutting off half the houses. I'm surprised I haven't seen this before. I've been in this area a lot. So I'm actually kind of hoping maybe to stumble upon something this way. It looks like a great place for things to hide, and maybe we'll actually find something along the way and get a couple different locations in here. We're actually going to be hitting up a possibly second or third location at the end of the day if we have time here, and it's kind of another mystery location. It has a few things in it that I'm not really sure what they are, why they exist there, and so maybe I can get some input from all of you as to what your opinion on it is, and maybe some of you actually know what these things are. So make sure, as always, if you think that you know something that I don't, let me know in the comments below. Well, no luck on that road, so we're going to continue onward here to the location intended, and should be arriving there in the next few minutes, I'm hoping. I believe it's up here after a gas station, just kind of hidden down the road. You'd really pass it if you weren't looking, and in fact, the very first time I discovered it was on the road and passing it, so we're gonna do our best to not pass it again this time and take a little bit closer of a look. And as always, don't forget, if you guys are enjoying the episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give the episode a big thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, if you're interested in supporting the channel and you want your name in the credits on each and every video, you can check out the new members link right below. You can hit that join button, and for a low cost each month, you can get access to members only features like custom emojis, as well as some other stuff that will be coming really soon, including possibly even some behind the scenes videos. So make sure you check that out again if you want to support the channel and also want to get your name in the credits. I'm pretty sure it should be coming up here like almost right away. I think this might be it. Yeah, this is it. All right, we're gonna go ahead, get out, take a look around, see what all we can find, see if maybe we can find some historic Civil War veterans. Or I'm thinking actually this time too, I wanna make sure to look out, especially with everything going on right now. I figured it would be really relevant to see how many graves from the 1918 era that we can find from the previous pandemic that went through. So here's our sign with the information on it, and once again, it does look like someone's taking fairly good care of the grounds, and they have marked it as a historical location. But as always, it's one of those places that could use a little bit of help. So, you know, if you're one of those people out there that lives locally and you want to help out and start some sort of movement in a place like this, because, you know, I get a lot of questions sometimes of why I don't do stuff personally, why I don't organize events to clean up places like this or fix places like this. And really, I feel like my job is to let people know what's going on in places like this, and to just bring awareness to the world about how places like this can decay and age over the years and often need help to be restored to a better condition. And so you know, if that's someone out there, if there's someone out there, I mean, that knows that process and knows what you're doing and can do the research necessary to find this place and start something like that, that would be wonderful. And I hope that you all would also share that with me if that ever happens. But again, with the question of why I don't, that is one of the reasons that I do not, because number one, I am not qualified, and number two, the more of these places I film, the more awareness I can bring to different locations that actually need help. Having a hard time coming up with any dates or anything like that, so far anyway. I do see some remnants of flags and stuff here. And another pretty giant animal hole right there. I'm really interested to see what we end up finding in this middle section right here. Again, so hard to really see what the years are. It looks like this is the original fence line back here. You can see a fence post there, and when we pan over you see another one here. Although I'm not seeing any stones back that way. It looks like this here is the final row. So hopefully it's looking so far like it's in fairly good condition. Just maybe needs some updated headstone work. It looks like I'm seeing 1862, maybe 1908, 1902, something like that. Very, very hard to tell. Alright, well, I'm going to try and continue back to the edge of this fence line again. I do see a trail like somebody's been walking back here. I just wanted to check real quick and see maybe if anything got left in here, or if there's anything up against the fences. But it looks pretty clean. Well, maybe they actually went through and cleared everything out. Maybe that's some of the reason. Well, I thought I actually saw one way deep in the woods over there. Alright, let's continue here. I'll keep checking over here to see. But so far so good. Again, you can tell the fence line is back a ways from the cleared out area now, and here is our center area here where I'm thinking we might end up finding some things. Whoa, it's definitely an animal. Probably just a rabbit. Sounded pretty small. It's either a rabbit or a snake. Once again, looking fairly clean, other than some fallen timber. It does look like maybe some animals have been making their way through. There's actually some wood chips right here. And that's from a chainsaw, I would guess, where they were clearing a few things out and doing some work here. But again, see, this right here is what makes me think clearly somebody actually has done the work to cut this out, and a pretty good job too, and stood the stone up. It probably was fallen over at one time. But that's what makes me think that there could potentially be more still here. I'm gonna try and take this once again back to the historic fence line and just get a quick look around here. I don't know. Pretty good. And of course, as always, if I were to miss something and you all see something in the video, please let me know in the comments below. I don't see everything. Sometimes I am concentrating on making sure that I'm filming correctly and holding the camera steady, so there's always going to be those instances where you all see something that I don't. So make sure you let me know if you see anything interesting, you don't think I'm really mentioning it, or you think I might not have seen it. Right here, we have the start probably of what once was another row, and I'm guessing that this row is continued in these stones here sitting by the tree, and even underneath some of the brush here is a little bit more, and a few more pieces surrounding the tree too. No names or dates on that one. Possibly could be upside down. One of the few here that seem to be legible. See, July of 1880. That's interesting. I can't Almost looks like it says 1825. Maybe it's because the screen is just so small and I can't read it correctly. But that would make this place incredibly old. And I'm gonna have to check the sign to see. But I think that might be incorrect. My reading of it, not the actual inscription, which occasionally do have mistakes, as some of you have seen in the past. Some names are misspelled and never corrected, and sometimes they get the dates wrong and scratch them out and try to kind of inscribe a correction into it right next to it. And once again, going through the grass here, which is probably not the smartest thing to do this time of year, but as the last few times, it actually has not produced any new findings. So though this place really is quite overgrown in some areas, it looks like they have at the very least fished the vast majority of anything out and then placed it in the main section right here. And I believe the caretakers to this place are just right over here, as it really just connects to their property there. So I'm gonna be very careful and respectful in this area and not film their home. But we will continue to go through and see if we can find any more stones in this area. It does appear that they are home too. I think that's actually who is using the chainsaw back there, and it's probably that same chainsaw that created the dust that we saw as somebody had been in here clearing things out. I'm not seeing anything else on this side. Now, as always, there could be multiple explanations for that. It could be that there just was never anything put here, and it kind of shut down and was not used anymore. Or it could be that there's just so much here that is missing that it just appears blank and unused. I'm at the other corner now, so this is pretty much the last line to walk and see if anything is hidden there in the brush. But I'm telling you right now, I kind of feel like we aren't actually going to find anything else. And really, this place is pretty well taken care of. These things are incredible. I think somebody might have told me what they were once, but if you know what they are, let me know in the comments below. Oh look, there's berries. And these are actually edible. I believe they're mulberries. It looks like a mulberry bush. Now I don't know what type of pesticides and fertilizers they spray around here, so I'm not going to attempt to eat that one, but theoretically they should be edible. And here's another area that'd be great, but I almost think I see something too, but this is all thorns. And so, oh look at that, there's an animal trail. Might be able to use the animal trail. I don't know. I can't stick my hand in very far without hitting a lot of thorns. But as I'm looking, I'm not seeing anything back there either. Yeah, it looks clear. It's kind of hard to say for sure though. And for right now, that's about as good as I can do to get in there, but it looks pretty clear. Let me know if you think you saw something in there. I will obviously go over it very carefully back at the command center in the editing stages, but again, like I said, let me know. And as you can see on the sign, it was established officially in 1850, so either it was being used before its official establishment, or I might have been reading that stone wrong. Let me know. Okay, thank you all for watching this brand new episode over on 539. Again, my best wishes to everyone out there. Make sure to stay safe, stay inside if you can, keep wearing your mask, and we will all get through this hopefully really soon. Thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you all in the next episode.